Israel completes withdrawal from key road dividing Gaza as part of ceasefire deal. Israel completed its withdrawal from the Netzarim Corridor on Sunday, a key road that splits Gaza in half, as part of its commitments under a ceasefire agreement with Hamas. Palestinians have been filing through the area by foot, car, and in some cases, by donkeys. Video footage showed, although those traveling must navigate a checkpoint and the destruction wrought by months of fighting in Gaza. I was displaced a long time ago. I have seen people arriving on this road, sometimes even sleeping on it while waiting for the Israeli army to withdraw, said Osama Saleem, who was waiting for his vehicle to be inspected. I hope the Israeli army withdraws from all of Gaza and that life returns to normal, he added. Hamas said in a statement that Israeli forces had fully withdrawn from the corridor, a 6-kilometer strip of land that separates the north of the strip from its south and stretches from the Israel-Gaza border to the Mediterranean Sea. The Israel Defense Forces (IDF) had occupied the corridor since the early days of its war in Gaza. The withdrawal of the Zionist occupation army from the Netzarim axis is a victory for the will of our people. A Hamas statement issued Sunday said, there has been no confirmation from Israel, but reporters working for CNN on the ground said there were no Israeli forces present at the crossing on Sunday. Israel had used the corridor as a zone of occupation during its 15-month assault on the Strip. Its troops began withdrawing from Netzarim Corridor 2 weeks ago as part of the ceasefire agreement with Hamas. Since then, hundreds of thousands of Palestinians displaced in the south have been able to cross Netzarim to return to their homes in the heavily bombarded north of Gaza. Israel retains its presence along Gaza's borders with Egypt and Israel, a checkpoint run by Egyptian and Qatari officials. Countries which play a mediator role between the warring sides, remains at Netzarim. Israel's complete withdrawal from Netzarim is part of its commitment to the fragile ceasefire and hostage agreement, which on Saturday saw the release of another 3 hostages, bringing the number released so far to 16 out of a total of 33 people promised to be released at staggered intervals during this stage. Had Ben Ami, Eli Sharabi, and or Levy, all taken captive during the Hamas-led October 7th attack, were freed in return for 183 Palestinian prisoners. Although their frail and gaunt appearances drew condemnation from Israel, negotiations on the agreement's second and third phases are still in doubt. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has been deeply wary of Phase 2 of the deal, which would see the full withdrawal of Israeli troops from Gaza and the return of the remaining hostages there. His finance minister, Bezalel Smotrich, has pledged to quit the government if the ceasefire continues.